Hi, this is Gunnar Hansen, Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and we're all grooving watching Groovey.TV. Wow, it's as if I'm suddenly Bruce Campbell.
Hey, this is Groovy. I'm here with the legendary Gunnar Hansen here at the Mile High Horror Film Festival, Denver, Colorado. How the heck are you, man?
I'm okay. I'm doing great, thanks.
So you've been having some fun at the festival so far?
I have. I came in yesterday and spent the afternoon here and the evening, and well, it was a great crowd. We screened Chainsaw. The theater was sold out, and with the new 4K, and had a great Q&A, a lot of really good questions, so I really enjoyed it. And I've been here all day today.
Yeah, there's something, like, I'm sure you go to a lot of towns, but Colorado just loves horror, and they definitely love you and Texas Chainsaw and stuff. Like, has the crowd, like, really been into you with fans and everything?
Yeah, it's been like going to a horror fan convention. I mean, the just sort of intensity of the fans and their knowledge of the film and their desire to talk to me. I've had these great long conversations, but I really don't believe it's because they're fans. I think it's because of the new marijuana laws.
More than likely, you are correct.
I think I've noticed my tea tastes really good.
Everything tastes really good around here now.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Everything is so much better.
Even when it's not spiked. We used to eat this stuff called Screaming Yellow Zonkers.
Oh, yeah.
It was designed as stoner food.
I totally remember.
Yeah, because it was just caramel corn, but the great part was there was probably a half of a novel on the box, and you just get stoned and read. You know?
It was like butter toffee, wasn't it?
Yeah. But as I remember it had popcorn in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like butter toffee on popcorn. And
once you got through the sugar, there was some popcorn.
Yeah. Oh my God, I need some right now. Cool.
Well, man, so you've done like so many different things, like Texas Chainsaw, but other things as well. Like, so what have been some of the other highlights of your career that you've enjoyed?
Well, I mean, aside from doing a number of horror movies over the years and a couple of comedies, my primary work has been writing, and I've got a book that came out last year. The paperback came out 2 weeks ago. Okay. Called Hollywood. Oh, God, the words.
Screaming Yellow Zonkers.
Yeah. It's called Chainsaw Confidential, and it's about the making of Chainsaw and its place in horror. So that's now in paperback. Most of my work has been actually working in documentary film.
Okay.
I've done some producing and directing, but mostly now I just write documentaries. So I've been doing documentaries for years, and I write an occasional horror film, which invariably, when it gets optioned, goes into rewrite and is turned into something else.
Okay.
But that's okay.
The usual Hollywood shenanigans?
I've noticed now, this is the second time, I write something that doesn't have any teenagers in it, and when the rewrite people get through, it's a bunch of teenagers. How do they do this? They're college students, you know? It's like, what? And so that's what I do, and I'm, working on books, and getting ready to get started on the next book, whatever it is. I'm not sure yet. So,
is there any upcoming releases that we can mention?
No, it's funny. The acting work is very cyclical. When I did Chainsaw 3D that year, I actually worked on 3 movies in all.
Wow!
But then I haven't worked on anything since. They're working on the sequel to the prequel to the new. It's a prequel to the new Chainsaw 3D, but it actually starts. How do I explain this without really sounding stoned? It's a prequel to the original. Okay. And it's in that because they want to create a universe that's really the prequel, the original Chainsaw, and the 3D sequel to the original Chainsaw. Like the others don't exist. And I talked to the producer on that about 3 weeks ago, and he said that they're finishing up the script now.
Awesome.
And my character from Chainsaw 3D is a character in the prequel, and he's actually more in several scenes. So I'm hoping it's an actual, a larger part than I had in 3D.
That's awesome. That's great news, man.
Oh, good. I'm hoping it happens. You never know.
Right. I've ended up on the cutting room floor a few times.
Well, and a lot of times what happens is you get the check and it doesn't clear. So I used to say, well, it's not real until I get the check, and now I realize it's not real until the check clears.
Those are good words to live by, man.
Yeah, I worked on an old Milwaukee commercial, and it was funny because we all got our checks. My check cleared, and almost all the other guys, their checks bounced. And I thought, they know I have a chainsaw at home. That's why my check didn't bounce. You know.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Cheers. It's Groovy. I'm here with the legendary Gunnar Hansen. Mile High Horror Film Festival, the longest film festival name in the history of the world. Denver, Colorado.
I like to call it Muff.
We're here at Muff.
Muff.